Hello and welcome to the Elevate podcast. I'm your host, Patricia Nowakowski. I am a salon owner, educator, mindset, and leadership coach that helps salon owners go from overwhelmed and burnt out to motivated and empowered. It is my mission to help you systemize your business, generate more profit, and create a career that you are absolutely in love with. Join us every week to learn about the small shifts you can make to elevate your business regarding mindset, marketing, social media, business systems, and so much more. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Elevate podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about your front desk. Today's episode is meant to really shift your perspective and your systems around your front desk team. Now, I want to preface that you don't necessarily need your standard receptionist for the strategies I want to talk about implementing today. So I got into a little bit of a debate with somebody on TikTok in regards to what it means to really utilize the front desk. This person on TikTok was pretty much saying that the front desk was too big of an expense to have in a salon. So I really want to chat today about shifting your perspective to having a support person in your salon. Instead of thinking about how much money this person is going to cost you, you need to flip your perspective and think about how much money having a support person in your salon can make you. So I want to go over all of the benefits of having a front desk in your salon and really why it should be a non-negotiable. Are you ready to take your salon to the next level without all the guesswork? I'm excited to introduce the launch of the Salon Owner Blueprint, the ultimate program designed to help you build, grow, and sustain a thriving salon. Whether you're just starting out or looking to fine-tune your existing business, this comprehensive blueprint covers everything you need for success, from creating a solid business structure to mastering your marketing and streamlining your hiring process, to building client loyalty, improving team earning potential, and managing operations seamlessly. The Salon Owner Blueprint literally has it all. If you're ready to stop putting out fires and to start running your salon with confidence and clarity, then the Salon Owner Blueprint is for you. Enroll today by clicking the link in the show notes or heading to www.opulentbeautypro.com/blueprint. It's time to create a salon you're proud of and to start building the business of your dreams. I know budgets are tight. So when we are bringing people on in our business, we need to have systems and strategies in place so that these people work with you to generate revenue. And it's not just someone sitting around doing mundane tasks in your business that aren't going to help your business grow. So I want to dive into the most overlooked and underutilized roles in the salon, which is your front desk or support person. And I want to help you build a business that's not just sustainable, but scalable and successful. I don't want you to think that this is just about hiring someone to greet guests and answer phones, because if you're still thinking of your front desk as overhead, you're stuck in the old mindset that's costing you money. And the truth is, yeah, you might not need a receptionist, but you need a support person who's trained, empowered, and held accountable to performance, because when the role is done right, it generates revenue, it improves client retention, it supports your stylist, and it creates an environment where clients spend more, come back more often, and then tell your friends about you. So let's break this down for today. I want to talk about how your support person can drive revenue every single day for you. This person can and should generate thousands of dollars per month in added revenue, and I'm not exaggerating. When they are trained properly, they can add on services at booking and check-in. And this is why going over verbiage is so important to you. When you have somebody who is taking care of clients, this person should know your service menu inside and out. They should know what the services are, what is something that complements them, and they should know how to have appropriate conversations and how to sell and solve problems so that they can enhance the client experience. They should also be upselling retail during checkout. I know a lot of you hate retail. I know some salons don't even carry retail, but you need retail in your salon to drive your cash flow. And sometimes our stylists forget to talk about this with our team. So your front desk person is really supposed to have really good communication with your stylist. They should be asking your stylist, what do you recommend for the client that they're checking out? They should know your products inside and out. They should know what products go with the type of service the client is getting. They should know the pain points that are going to be solved by the products you're carrying. And they should be able to have open conversations with the clients that are in your salon about how to care for their hair. I think one of the things that happens in salons is that we just throw somebody at the front desk who just graduated high school or who is in high school just to be a body sitting there or just to do a simple task of checking clients out. It is your job as the owner to develop and train every single person on your team to be utilized in the best way in order to generate as much revenue as possible. You are a business. The whole point of a business is to generate money and to service people and to really make sure that the client is having the most amazing experience. You also need to talk to your team and help them understand your seasonal promotions, your membership, and the high ticket upgrades when it's appropriate. We don't want this person to be salesy. We don't want this person to be pushy. And having a front desk person isn't just about pushing things on clients. That is not the point. People want to know what they need. There is so much more that goes into it. This is just a very small portion of what your support person should do. It's not just about driving revenue. This is, again, like 10%. Another way that your front desk should be generating revenue for you, it is their job to catch errors before you lose money. I worked for a coaching company that really pushed the stylists to check out their own clients. And to be honest, I did not see an issue with this. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm saving so much money because my team is checking out their own clients. I did not realize what an issue this was for my business until I realized that people, one, were undercharging for services, not charging for services. And I don't care who the person is on your team. Everyone slips up and people justify why they're giving discounts, why they're not charging full amounts, why they aren't charging for all of the services that they're offering. And it's your support staff or front desk's job to really be able to flag when pricing is inconsistent, when your stylist forgot to charge for certain things that they're supposed to be charging for. This is going to protect your business from revenue leakage, whether it's accidental undercharging, missing upgrades, or purposefully discounting that goes unchecked. They are the financial gatekeeper. And when stylists know someone is paying attention, accuracy goes up. Integrity increases, and the systems you've worked hard to build actually get followed. So even though you may trust your team 100%, trust me, there are still things that are being done under the table that I 100% know, if you are having your team check out their clients, are being left unchecked out, or there are things that are not being checked out appropriately. And with the very fine margins, especially with color, there are very slim margins for mistakes to happen or for people to not charge what they should be charging. So having a support staff keeping an eye on these things is going to make sure that your profit margin is protected. And unfortunately, this is just what we have to do because business is business. It is a business, and you need to make sure that things are being done appropriately. Another thing is having somebody to answer the phone so that they can convert your leads into booked appointments. I don't care what anyone says. Not everybody loves online booking. You need to be able to accommodate all types of client requests, and a lot of people want to talk to somebody on the phone. There is nothing more annoying to me when I have an issue or a question or I need support and I can't get a hold of a real life person. It is so frustrating for me, and I know that clients feel the same when it comes to booking appointments with salons. You are leaving a ton of revenue on the table if you cannot accommodate the communication preference of the people that are coming or want to come to your business. They need to be able to actually talk to a real life person, especially when it comes to different types of generations. And now more than ever, people expect an instant response. So if you do not have somebody who is able to answer the phone, who responds quickly and professionally, they're moving right on to the next salon. People aren't going to wait for you. They're not going to wait for your salon. They're going to go to the salon that can respond as fast as possible and can be the most accommodating. And that is why you need somebody who is going to be reliable and able to answer the phone. You need somebody who is able to answer the questions so the guest can have confidence in booking. And you need somebody who's going to ask questions to understand the guest's needs and somebody who's going to understand the guest pain points so that they can actually get them booked with the proper stylist so you have a good match. You want to be able to match the client with the best stylist. Somebody may see something online and think that they should book with one stylist. After having a conversation with them, you may understand that somebody else is a better fit in your business. Not just the next one that's available, not the one that just posted a pretty picture on your Instagram. And when you book the client with the proper stylist, you're gonna retain the client. Client retention is our main goal. All of you know that it is really hard to get a new client through the door. So by not having somebody that can be a point of communication, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. You also need somebody to communicate the experience they can expect and builds trust before they even walk through the door. It is scary to go to a new salon. It is scary for clients to try a new stylist. Having someone who is confident and educated and who knows how to professionally speak to clients is going to build that trust before they even walk through the door. That's going to ease that client and is actually going to reduce your amount of no-shows because they already have that trust built before they walked in the door. Instagram and online booking is not going to build trust like actually talking to a real life person. This role needs to be measured on lead conversations. They need to know how inquiries come in. They also need to know and should have information on how many people get booked. They can help you with the follow-up process for people who don't schedule right away, and then re-inquire with these people so that you can get them in the door. That is sales strategy, not admin work. Now, let's talk about how they enhance the guest experience, but also build relationships with the clients so that you retain the clients even when your stylists leave. Everybody knows my manager, Rebecca. They know her personally. They love her. She is somebody who truly creates a guest experience. Not only is this about client retention because she knows them, she also handles clients when they are not happy, which is also a part of client retention. Every single person in your business is going to make a mistake. They are going to mess up. It is not that your stylists are going to make a mistake or that they do make a mistake. What matters to the guest is how the mistake is handled. When you have someone who is thoroughly trained on how to handle clients that are not satisfied and is able to resolve the issue and get them back in to fix their problem, again, you are going to retain the client. Client turnover is higher than ever. And we need to really focus on client retention And as a salon owner, you cannot do it all. You can't. So having that person who can really work with clients who aren't satisfied is going to keep the revenue in your business. Now, let's talk about enhancing the client experience. Let's be honest, no matter how good their hair is, if the experience falls short, the guest will not return. Your support person is the first person the client talks to. Sometimes it's the first face they see when they walk in. It's sometimes the last face they see when they leave. Their role is so much more than just greeting guests, right? But there is so much power in an amazing guest greeting, especially when it's a client's first time in your salon. Greeting guests by name, offering them a warm welcome is going to start the client experience or the client service off in a welcoming tone. And it's going to start the service off in a much more elevated way than if they were to just walk in and not be greeted at all. Creating a consistent luxury feel through simple actions like offering a beverage, adjusting wait time expectations, or just being a presence in the salon is so crucial to, again, retaining clients and even creating an amazing reputation for your salon. Can I remind you all that having an amazing reputation is not only going to, again, generate more revenue for you, it's going to bring down your cost for marketing because people walking around are going to be doing your marketing for you. It's also going to help the reputation of your stylist, but it's also going to attract stylists to you. This is going to help you with your hiring. When your salon has a good reputation, and everyone is talking about how amazing your salon is, stylists want to work for you. I just had an interview today, and one of the reasons why this person chose to interview at my salon was because of our reputation. Our reputation just doesn't come from the stylist working in our salon, it comes from the clients walking through the door. And that is something that's super powerful. All of these little systems that you have in your business are all working together like a beautiful ecosystem. And the support person in your salon is a huge part of this ecosystem, and it's not something that should be left behind or overlooked. Not only is this going to enhance the guest experience in that way, our support staff caters to clients. They make sure that nothing is forgotten. They make sure that they redeem their loyalty rewards so the clients are leaving with a free blowout or a complimentary gift. They are making sure that they are not forgetting to book their next appointment. Y'all, rebooking is not dead. It is the way that you set your salon up for financial success so that you're not scrambling week to week trying to fill your books. They also handle reschedules, which is, again, sometimes annoying to do with online booking. My team makes special accommodations for clients and they help with feedback. Sometimes clients don't want to complain to their stylist. They feel more comfortable talking to somebody in charge or to a support person. And to be honest, when someone is willing to give feedback to us, it just makes us better. And it allows us to fix the problem, again, to keep the salon busy and to keep the clients coming back again and again. A lot of people don't want to upset their stylists. We don't want to keep having a client come back with even just a little bit of dissatisfaction to the point where they end up leaving. So having a contact person that they can go to if there's something about their service that isn't perfect is going to benefit your salon. And that front desk person or the support person should be trained on how to gracefully give feedback to your team so they're receptive to it so they can refine and change. And this is why this position is so important. This level of having a polished client experience also helps justify your pricing and reinforces your brand. And again, when you have an amazing client experience from start to finish, it helps when you need to do price increases. Clients don't always remember exactly what you said or did, but they remember how you made them feel. And the person in this role, again, going back to client experience, should know how to make every single person coming into your business feel special and feel amazing. And your front desk person is not only going to set the tone for the clients, they're also going to set the example for the team. A lot of new stylists coming in don't know how to navigate these hard things, do not know how to navigate things when it comes to clients. And when you have a front desk person, when there are systems in place, can set the tone and set the example for the entire team so they can mimic what this person does in your business. Again, going back to client retention. One of the most costly things in your business is a guest who does not return. Again, I pay for marketing. I pay a lot for ads. I want to see my ROI on the clients that are walking through the door, and I want them to come back again and again. And this person is going to improve your retention. They're going to pre-book clients at checkout, which is so important. Again, stylists get nervous about this. When you have somebody who's trained on this, it's going to improve that pre-booking rate. And when your client has an amazing experience, they're gonna want to come back because they love getting their hair done. It's not going to feel like a chore. It's not going to feel like an added expense. They're going to be excited about it. And this support system should help enhance that so that you do have clients who pre-book and who look forward to coming back to their next appointment. That shouldn't just be put on the stylist. When you have someone else enhancing the experience, it makes it that much more easier for that excitement to happen. You can also have this person do things like check in on clients when they're new to see how their experience was. A lot of people will not reach out if they're not happy. But if you have somebody reaching out to them and asking them how their experience is, they're more likely to tell you if they aren't satisfied with the service, which gives you the opportunity to get the client back in so you can change their outlook on how they experienced your salon. You can say that your stylist will do it, but they don't. Again, the person may not be 100% comfortable telling the stylist that they weren't happy because they don't want to hurt their feelings. They don't want to upset their stylist. So doing follow-ups, sending out thank you messages, following up with guests after the experience is crucial to client retention and boosting your revenue. Another thing that this person can do is watch the books for lapsed clients and filling in gaps in your schedule. If you have gaps in your schedule, the support staff person on Monday or whatever day you open, or even, when they come in the morning, can put out social media posts. They can send out an email to make an offer to fill those spots. They can look and see what clients haven't been there in a while and send out a message and an offer to the client to get them back in to fill those spots. You don't understand how much this person can boost your business. Reaching out at the right time is important. Looking at the schedule to see what openings there are to fill those clients in. Handling a wait list, if you have a wait list, to get those clients in. We can have expectations for our booking system to do that for us. But in reality, when a real life person is doing it, the client feels more appreciated. They feel that they were thought about, and they feel like they are valued when it is personalized and thoughtful. Retention isn't just a stylist job, it's a team job. And your support person is the anchor that ties those client touch points together. So you really need to make sure that you train them in this area too, and that you have a system in place and that they get these things done. It is our job as the owner to hold them accountable. They're not just going to know what to do. We have to make sure that we hold them to doing these things. So if you're like, oh, I hired a front desk person and they didn't do their job, I had to constantly remind them to do these things and it was just more annoying than anything and it was a nuisance. No, that's your job. That is your job as an owner, to make sure your team is doing their job. This is why it's important that you're not stuck behind the chair 40 hours a week. We cannot do it all by ourselves. And it is our job to hold them accountable, and you need a person to help you with the things that are going to help boost your business. They're also going to maximize the productivity of your stylist. Time is money in a salon. Every minute a stylist spends cleaning a bowl, processing a payment, searching for a product, booking a client, checking a client out. Time is not spent with the client. Time is not spent servicing clients. Any little task you can take off of your stylist plate, allows them to take one more client for the day. Imagine if your team was able to fit in one more haircut or one more service 4 days a week. Let's do the math.
Let's just say you get a front desk person or a support staff person that has the ability to check out your stylist clients, freeing up 5 to 10, maybe even 15 minutes of checkout time for one stylist in your salon. Let's just say this gives the stylist the ability to take one more haircut inside of their day-to-day. And let's just say that this stylist charges $75 a haircut. So if this stylist is charging $75 a haircut, let's just say this stylist works 4 days a week. That is $300 extra in overall revenue for the salon. And that also allows your stylist, if you're giving them, let's just make math easy, 50% commission, giving them $150 every single week in extra income. Now, let's just say that you have 5 stylists, right? And this gives all 5 stylists the ability to get in one extra haircut. That's going to be an extra $1,500 a week. And if we do the math for the year, that's going to be an extra $78,000 for the salon in gross revenue. Now, again, let's just say that this allows the stylist to bring in $150 extra every week in take-home pay. Let's times that by 52. That's an extra $7,800 a year for your stylist. That literally could be a car payment. It could be a vacation. It could be 2 vacations. So when we're looking at the math and we're looking at what the potential revenue is, when you allow your team to focus on the hair and open up more time, it's going to pay for itself. Let's say you're open 5 days a week and you have 5 stylists. That is going to be an extra $1,875 in revenue. And for 52 weeks a year, that's going to be $97,500. Now, let's just say you are giving 50% commission. That leaves you with $48,000, $48,750. That is someone's salary for the year. The ability to take one extra haircut 5 days a week per stylist will pay for the support staff member. Again, we have to think bigger picture. We have to think, how can we afford this? What can this do for my business? How can this help our business grow? And let me tell you, $75 I feel like is an average range for a haircut. There are people charging much more. That is, I would say, the low end of income for your salon. So this really does help maximize the productivity for your stylist. Now let's talk about how this person can support your marketing. Your salon needs to be a marketing machine. You need to be in clients' face all the time on social media, in their inbox with their mail. If you think about the most successful companies that are generating tons of revenue, really hitting their customers and really making an impact with their business, they are continually showing up everywhere. Starbucks, McDonald's, not like we want to compare ourselves to one of these companies, but they're always in your face. And it's not annoying when you are targeting the right people and you're hitting your target market and you are aligned with the people that love your business. They want to see as much from you as they can. And as a salon owner, it is very hard to wear all of the hats. When you have somebody marketing your business for you, it is going to generate more revenue for you. It's going to bring in new clients. It's going to help the stylist with their social media. And again, when we're helping our stylists with their social media, it's even a bigger reach for our salon. The more people we can get in front of, the more client opportunities we have. So your front desk can turn your salon into a marketing machine. They can capture before and after photos for social. They can encourage guests to leave a review or Yelp reviews. Again, We want as many Google reviews as possible. This is going to help boost our SEO. This is going to help clients who are searching for new salons to find our salon so we land on that front page. So they actually get our website in front of them. You need to have Google reviews. This is a key component to your sales funnel. People read reviews. We need reviews with our stylist names. This is how we get new clients, and people who are actively searching for a new salon on Google are ready to buy. So we have a customer that's ready to buy, searching for a new salon. We need to make sure that we're showing up on their Google page, that we have an awesome website, and that we're actually gaining reach through this platform. They also can promote the salon's events, promotions on social media. They can do external engagement, which is engaging with people that are your ideal client by liking, commenting, and following, and also engaging with their stories so that we are bringing awareness again to our salon and we're creating connection and building trust with people, setting a timer for 30 minutes every day and going to businesses that are actually servicing our target market, going through their followers and actually following them and engaging with them is going to help build our business and bring awareness to the salon, because a lot of people don't even know we exist unless we actually introduce ourselves and we're in their face. It also helps you monitor and respond social media DMs. We are actually doing a meta ad right now, and the amount of DMs to respond to is insane. Overall, we've gotten 75 leads. We've been doing the ad for a week. So 75 DMs I've had to actually respond to make sure that we are booking these clients. Granted, we did not book all of the people who are DMing, but we still are building trust, like, and know with these people so they may consider us in the future. Also, updating things like your links and your bio and the booking info online. We just switched booking systems, which has been a huge, I don't want to say a mess, but it's been a project for us. We switched to Zenoti, and they practically build your system out for you with custom code. And I've literally been on the phone with them maybe like 4 times a week for the last 3 weeks, just tweaking things, adding things. So having support staff available to do the things that I need them to do because I can't, because I'm busy with other things, allows my business to still run, and there is no cutoff in our marketing. I want you to think of your front desk team as your offline to online bridge to help your brand feel consistent, whether someone is in your chair or on your Instagram page. You need to be consistent with your social media. We post 3 posts a day. We send out an email a week. We do so many things with our marketing, and it's because I have help. I could never do that on my own. But we regain new clients all the time from our emails. I ask clients when they're coming in, how did you hear about us? Why did you decide to come in today? And I was shocked as well when people are like, oh, I'm on your email list and I got your email. Email is not dead, right? It's just another form of communication that works for some people. Not everyone is on social media, and we don't want to cut off the people that are coming into our salon because we're not reaching them. And that is why when you hire a higher level person for this position, pay them more, they have a higher skill set. They have more discipline. They have more self-starting abilities so that you don't have to micromanage them. They also come to the table with ideas, which we can't have all the ideas in our business. You need somebody who is going to bring something to the table to help you build your business better. And not only do they support your business, but they also support your team. This isn't about hierarchy. It's about creating an environment where stylists feel supported. They help your stylists through day-to-day manage their clients when they're running behind. Again, this helps with client retention and client experience. They communicate with stylists when clients are late or when clients reschedule. They fill in the gaps. When they're trained properly, they know how to fill in the gaps and catch details that are often missed with everyone behind the chair. They will enter in color formulas so that the client has a better experience next time. They do so many things that are going to help your business run better. They also keep the energy high when you hire the right people, keep people positive when they're not feeling positive. It is human nature to want to feel negative. It takes more energy to be positive than it does to be negative. And it is very easy for the energy in your salon to flip negatively. I just had this happen in my salon. We did a bunch of changes in my salon because they just needed to happen. There were so many things happening in my business that I was seeing that were causing lots of problems for me. And I had to make changes. And it caused negativity. It even caused some people to leave. But we have my support team that helps turn the problems around. Anytime that somebody comes into the office and is complaining about something or feeling negative about something, I have people in that position that help them flip their thought process and talk about the positive things that it's going to bring. So it keeps the energy high. When your stylist feels supported, they perform better, they hit goals, they stay longer. So here are my final thoughts. Here's the bottom line. The right support person pays for themselves multiple times over. So no, you don't need to hire someone just to answer the phone and fold the towels. You need somebody who understands your business, who's trained in sales and services, who knows how to build relationships, who takes initiative, and who thrives in a fast-paced, people-first environment. You need to make sure you hire the right people. Take these points, run them through ChatGPT, ask for interview questions, see what questions align with you so you can hire the right person. And again, you may not have the budget for this. It may hurt in the beginning when you first bring this person on because it's going to be tight, right? The person will pay for itself if you hire the right person. It's about hiring smart and about hiring correctly. And then that person will start to generate revenue for you and it will make you more money. That's how you turn a cost into a revenue generating, culture building experience, enhancing powerhouse. Train them well, hold them accountable, and give them a seat at the table, because when your support person is strong, the entire salon runs better and you have a better business because they come to the table with so much more than just the ability to fold towels. If you loved today's episode, please be sure to subscribe, share this episode with somebody who needs a front desk person or needs a support person and just is not ready to pull the trigger. Also, if you love today's episode and you want support with training your front desk or systemizing your salon, be sure to purchase the Salon Owner's Blueprint. It has over 100 resources for you, a new salon owner who is looking to systemize their salon and just feels lost and has no idea where to start. We've literally done everything for you. Thank you for listening, and much appreciation to all of the people who download every week's episode, or since we're going bi-weekly episodes. And of course, if you want early release of the podcast and you want full episodes, be sure to subscribe to the Elevate Insider, where we also give you supporting PDFs and kind of give you a sneak peek of what the Salon Owner's Blueprint looks like, so you can be sure that it's the right fit for you. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for tuning in to the Elevate podcast. If you loved this episode, it would mean the world to me if you would leave a review on Apple Podcast or wherever you listen. The Elevate podcast is hosted by me, Patricia Nowakowski, and is produced by Opulent Beauty Pro. To receive my free business guides, visit opulentbeautypro.com/free or click the link in the show notes. You can find me on Instagram at Opulent Beauty Pro or at Patricia_Nowakowski_OBS. If you love this show, please consider subscribing, and we will see you next week.